All right, this is a video on how to install your new SRS device. So, in your package, you will get the SRS mount, attachment, M-LOK screws, and the SRS strap. The first thing you're gonna do is get your sling attached to your rifle and pick which side you plan to stow it on. That's very important because that is how you will orientate where the SRS mount is going to go. You can choose any M-LOK rail. It is best to mount the SRS above the sling's front attachment point. You also want to be able to hide any buckles from the SRS strap to prevent any type of snagging. Once you have that figured out, the next thing you're going to do is take the SRS strap and you're going to weave your ends into the entry holes here, and they will come out the bottom. It should look like this. Entry hole, out the bottom. Then you're going to take your screw, insert it here, take your number 3 Allen key, and attach the M-LOK post to the bottom. Keep it loose so it's easy to snag on the M-LOK itself. Now, knowing what side you want to stow your sling on, you're going to set this up to where the strap itself extends the opposite way, because you're going to wrap this around the rifle, and you want to put the covering over the actual sling. That will help with any prevention of snags or pulls. From here, once you know that, you're going to take the open ends, not tied, and just weave it into the M-LOK for your first measurement and pressure test. Take your number 3. Sometimes with M-LOK, you need to start tightening and just twist this and pull up until you feel the M-LOK snag. Then you will feel it tighten down. Once you get it tight, a little snugged, where you can still move this, but it's catching, twist it straight and give it one final good turn. Just give it one good turn so it's nice and tight to where you can't move it with your hands. This is designed to help keep these tension points in place. Just don't pull too hard when you're making your first adjustment. From here, with your sling on the side stowed where you want it to be, buckles out of the way, you're going to take the end of this, weave it around as if you were attaching it. And it will be loose enough to where you should be able to pull and set it in place. So I like to run mine medium to loose tension on the actual sling itself, so the sling deploys easier. Once you're good with your first pressure adjustment and just making sure it's tight enough, if you need to loosen it, you can slightly pull on these. If you're good with it, just leave it, unlatch, and then unscrew it out of the M-LOK position. Do your best not to pull on these because that will loosen the tension. The SRS mounting point should hold in place. As with all M-LOK, just pull up on the mount and loosen. And it'll eventually, you can start just unfeeding the M-LOK. If you have to, just loosen it all the way. The M-LOK cap itself will fall out. And then pull your positions out like that. Once you have your measurement done, and these distances are pretty even, you're going to just make a basic knot onto itself. When you pull this tight, do not pull from here or here. You pull from up here. And you're not going to pull it super tight yet because you have to make your final test adjustment. Remember, measure twice, cut once. Pull it tight enough to where it's not going to untie itself, because this is where you're going to do your first sling deployment test. Tight enough to where you can untie it, but also tight enough to where it's going to hold, just like this. Then you're going to take these ends and weave them back into the M-LOK position. This part can seem annoying on the second adjustment, getting those knots into the M-LOK slot because they sit underneath the actual rail. The easiest way that I have found to do this is because they're already tied, you can just slide this back like that. Then you weave your excess shock cord and individually just hand feed the knots into place. Then slide your SRS mount forward, take your number 3 and reset your M-LOK. And you pull your strings tight now. And now the knot is perfectly under the rail and in proper position. And then here, same as your first test, you're just going to tighten your M-LOK, fix your position, pull up on it. That really helps when the M-LOK catches the actual rail itself. And you will feel it tighten down. From here, you're going to take the end of your SRS strap, weave it around your sling in its proper stowed desired position, and latch it. Now, you can do your first pull test or a few to make sure it's where you want it to be on the tension side. If it's too tight, just simply pull it off, untie your knots, and give yourself some micro adjustments here. That will loosen it up. If it's too loose, pull it off, untie your knots, and pull them in, and repeat this process over until you find the perfect position you would like. All right, so from here, now that I know the measurement is right, I'm good with everything, we're going to unlatch, take it out, if anybody works with M-LOK, you know to pull it up, loosen it up, and then just start weaving it out. Same thing with these little knots. You just need to weave them out. Just like so. Now you will just grab both ends, pull them really tight, like that. Take your clippers, give yourself enough room to where you can burn the ends. Clip, clip, and just quickly melt the ends together, melt the end just like that. It's good to go. Make sure there's like a hard plastic on it, and then literally just reset it. So you just weave these knots in here. Get the M-LOK in, just like that. And like I said, it's easy if you just twist and start getting it to catch. And once you feel it catch, you can put it in line, however you need. And then I would give it just one good crank. It doesn't need a whole lot, just to where it's not gonna pop loose on you. But no reason to strip the threads out. Just like that. It's installed, ready to go. And then relatch your SRS and you're set and ready.